In this video, I want to show you how I doubled my business revenue. And I'm going to give you two answers. I'm going to give you a short answer, and then I'm going to give you a long answer, and I'll unpack a lot of the details of this twofold answer. To simplify it, the short answer is through acquisitions. Now, when I say I doubled my business revenue, I'm specifically talking about my main business as a consultant, okay? I have many businesses that I own, but my main business is consulting. That's the longest running business that I've had to date. And the short answer to how I doubled the revenue of that business is through acquisitions. That means I bought another business, and upon buying that business, it instantly doubled my revenue. Now, this is the catchy social media influencer guru-ish answer that everybody wants to listen to. Oh, wow, I can double my business revenue just from acquisitions. Well, you actually can. You can actually double the revenue of your business by buying another business as opposed to building another business from scratch. But again, this is the short answer that everybody wants to hear. And then when you hear it, you just think, wow, all I need to do is figure out how to buy a business, and I can buy the right business and I can double the revenue of my current business. Perhaps it works that way, but for most people, it doesn't work that way because they don't understand all the details that are hidden in the long answer. This is the real answer. This is the realistic answer. This is a real answer too, but it's more realistic to understand the long answer if you want to create something sustainable. Just thinking you're going to press a button or complete an online form or watch a couple videos or deep dive on AI and go out there and acquire a business, maybe that can happen, but for the most part, it doesn't happen like that, okay? So I want you to unpack and build a blueprint around the long answer. Both are real, but the reality of what you want to accomplish if you want to double your revenue through acquisitions is hidden in the long answer. Now let's get into the long answer. And I put a timeline here and put some metrics and some details that I want to unpack. My wife and I, we got married in 2003, right here, the year 2003. That was 23 years ago when my wife and I got married. I was already a solopreneur. I was a hustler, a grinder, a go-getter. I was willing to get out every day and make something happen just to make a living, okay? And so my dream was to build a successful business. I really didn't know anything about acquisitions, about holding companies. I ain't know nothing about nothing. But I had the grit, I had the grind, I had the determination, I had the resilience and the willpower to show up every day and to do whatever I needed to do. And that's exactly what I did as a solopreneur. I didn't even have a business. I was a handyman. You may have heard my story on other videos before. My wife was a real estate agent. We were a two-person team, scrapping it out, just doing what we need to do to pay bills. That's where the ability to do this, that doubled my revenue a year ago, the ability to do that started 23 years ago. And so from 2003 to 2006, I just operated as a solopreneur, a sole proprietor, no EIN number, no LLC. And then in 2006, I started my first LLC, and that really didn't take off. It was just a business, or let me say, it was just a good idea on paper. Now, my wife remained a real estate agent. She was 1099. So she really didn't run her income as a real estate agent through our LLC, in which I wanted her to at that time. But she was like, listen, let me just keep the main thing so that we can pay the bills. And you just keep figuring out your entrepreneurial endeavors. And so I started my first LLC in 2006. I started my second LLC in 2014. I started my third LLC in 2015. So we're talking about within a 12-year window from the time I started as a solopreneur, I started 3 LLCs, all of which failed miserably. Point blank, period. Now, again, this is the long answer to how I did this, because a lot of times when you listen to people who are at a certain point in their entrepreneurial or investment or wealth building journey, you just think, oh, I bought a business and doubled my revenue. But you don't really understand what it took for that person to get to that point to where they can just acquire a business and it instantly doubles their revenue. So that was a 12-year window where I just scrapped out as a solopreneur and started 3 LLCs. That really didn't work. And then if you push from 2015 to 2018, which together is a 15-year window, that was when I restructured and re-engineered my holding company, which I still own today. My holding company is called Ramon Preston Enterprises. We restructured it, we re-engineered it, and basically what we did was we took all the things that we started doing here as a solopreneur, all the things that we were trying to do from 06, starting an LLC, 2014, 2015, and we packaged it all under our Holdco. All right, that was the restructuring and the re-engineering, but that was a 15-year process, which by the way, we're not even counting the money that it took for me to even understand how to do that, okay? We're not even counting that money. The tens of thousands of dollars I spent going to seminars and going to the one-day events and the 90-day pitches, 90-minute pitches, and reading books and listening to tapes and following all the gurus that I could at least find on the internet up to that point where I was. But 2018, I restructured, re-engineered my Holdco. And then from 2018 to 2021, that was the time that I really started dialing in on building an infrastructure with my consulting business, with my coaching, with my education, and with all of the other products and services that my wife and I were building out through our consulting firm. But that process from 2018 to 2021, that 3-year process, it cost me about $150,000. We brought on our first full-time employee at that time. My wife and I were able to start taking a little money during that time, and we were able to at least see the light at the tunnel to expand our enterprise in terms of the infrastructure that we wanted to build. Now, when you hear words like infrastructure, what are we talking about? Well, we're talking about hiring the right team. We brought on our first full-time employee. That's a commitment that you're making. When you bring somebody on and you're like, hey, I'm gonna pay you every 2 weeks or whenever you pay them, you're gonna be on payroll now. I have responsibilities to pay you. I've got to make money and I got to make this thing work. I have to build an infrastructure with my systems and my processes, my standard operating procedures. I have to have a company manual. And during this 3-year window, it took us about $150,000 to really dial in on what we wanted to do enough before we started bringing on more new hires. By the time we got to 2021, we formed our acquisition Holdco, which is tied to our private equity firm, because we knew at some point we wanted to acquire real estate assets, we wanted to acquire business assets, but we wanted them to be either under our legacy holding company that we started and restructured in 2018, or we wanted them to be under our acquisition Holdco. And so this is a part of the concept that I teach today with having a legacy Holdco, acquisition Holdco. The legacy Holdco, just for information purposes, really reflects the assets that we're going to hold long term for our legacy. The acquisition Holdco reflects the assets that we buy, but we might not hold them forever. We may buy them, fix them, grow them, and then reposition them so that we can exit them. Okay, so that was 2018 to 2021. That was about $150,000 because my wife and I, we were documenting every dollar that we spent. From 2021 to 2025, it took us another $450,000, which is a total of about $600,000 in 7 years from 2018 to 2025. Now, where did the 450 come in at? Well, that was when I decided, around 2021 to hire a couple specialty coaches. So I hired at least 2 or 3 specialty coaches within that 4-year window. I still have relationships today with a couple of those coaches. I hired a long-term mentor, someone who could literally carry me here all the way without me jumping in and out for a course or a program. So I hired a couple coaches specializing in certain areas. I hired a long-term mentor. We hired consultants that we paid retainers to. Here, that included M&A consultants for our private equity firm, consultants who helped us with our trademarks, with all of our intellectual assets, with all of our real estate and business assets to help us really put them under our portfolio correctly. We hired attorneys to draft all of our documents so that we could move into acquisitions. We hired tax strategists, which we already had a CPA, but we layered that with the tax strategist component, which includes the consulting and the ongoing advisory services, along with a handful of employees that we brought in to build our team out with new technology, with systems, with processes. We integrated a lot of things together to just make the enterprise and the ecosystem efficient with the right infrastructure, the right systems, the right processes, the right people, the right strategies. We've done a lot of research during this time. So when 2025 came, we're talking about a year ago now, okay? When 2025 came, we had already invested 22 years, 600,000 plus of documented dollars that we spent, okay? We spent that, and that 600 was just within the 7-year window from 2018 to 2025. We literally spent about $600,000 building this Holdco for legacy, Holdco for acquisitions and private equity, out with the team, the staff, the systems, the processes, the coaches, the consultants, everybody who's on speed dial, so that when we pull the trigger, we can make it happen, okay? So 22 years total, 600,000 plus the acquisition costs, because we made our first business acquisition, this one in particular, that doubled our revenue. So when I say I doubled my business revenue, it's easy for me to say, oh yeah, I bought a business. Well, I did, okay? And this is a big conversation that a lot of people having, especially with the silver tsunami and the baby boomers and Main Street business acquisitions becoming a thing. But what a lot of people don't understand, and perhaps what a lot of people who are talking about it are not explaining, is the long answer details. And maybe it doesn't have to take you 22 years, $600,000 plus the acquisitions costs to acquire a business that can double or triple, quadruple, or multiply and accelerate your revenue. But don't underestimate the price you have to pay to be able to do something like this.